Hello and assalamu alaikum. Today we are going to be talking about Abraham Maslow's motivation theory. We have previously talked about Taylor, F.W. Taylor, and Elton Mayo as well as Herzberg. Now we are going to talk about Abraham Maslow. Why I kept him separate from all those content theories was because it's his is the most lengthiest, you can say, and the most important of all the motivation theorists as far as I've seen the possible patterns, and lots of teachers also think that his theory is the coolest, the most useful one, and I also think the same that yeah, his theory is the most effective one in our current situation, in our current business workplace, current situation. So his is the most important theory for motivation. Now his theory was about the hierarchy of needs. He said that he was concerned with identifying and classifying the needs that humans have, and his motivational theory is based on how businesses might satisfy these needs in the workplace. It was not just about the business itself. His study was related more to psychology, but he said that there are certain needs that businesses have, and that these needs can be satisfied. Some of these needs can be satisfied in the workplace, and he created a certain hierarchy of the system. So here's the hierarchy. There was physiological needs, then security needs, then social needs, esteem needs, and on the topmost level there's self-actualization needs. Now his theory was that all these, when one need is completed, they move on to the next need. Employees want to fulfill the next need. When the next need is complete, they move on up. They keep moving ahead. And self-actualization is the topmost need, and that most employees can't reach this because of the business situations or something. So they want to reach this, and if you want to motivate people, you need to provide them with activities and stuff where these higher needs can be fulfilled, not just the basic needs, the higher needs. And when it's contradicting with Taylor's theory, who was saying that employees are basically just money motivated, and money is basically just in the physiological needs. It's not the self-actual, it's just the basic level of need. So increasing your payment or using piece rate system won't be motivating for most employees, according to Maslow. So he was saying that motivation is concerned with how need and goal directed behavior is initiated, energized, and maintained. When you have some need, how will you react to it and how will you maintain that? He believed that was the case. Employees will be motivated as business managers create working conditions that allow employees to satisfy their needs. So you have to provide them with stuff where their needs can be satisfied. You first have to satisfy their physiological needs, then their security needs, then their social needs, esteem needs, and finally self-actualization needs. You have to satisfy their needs in order to motivate them. Maslow's hierarchy of needs approach: physical needs, safety needs, social needs, esteem needs, and self-actualization needs, suggests that everyone has similar needs and examines what employees require in order to satisfy those needs. Maslow suggested that individual needs start at the lowest level, physical or physiological needs, and that once one level of need has been satisfied, people will strive to achieve the next level. That was the whole point of his hierarchy of needs. And if a question comes in your exam that define hierarchy of needs, what is meant by hierarchy of needs? Well, it is basically a theory that employees have successive requirements that can be fulfilled through work. Successive requirements over here means that after one requirement is fulfilled, employees move on to fulfill the next requirement, and so on. So, which can be just explained by this pyramid, Maslow's need of hierarchy of needs. So physiological, security, social, esteem needs, and self-actualization needs. Now let's talk about each of these needs. Physiological needs. It can be satisfied through pay and a warm and dry working environment. Physiological needs are basically about your food, your drink, and shelter. If you are having all this, then your physiological needs are being fulfilled. Security needs can be fulfilled by implementing a proper health and safety policy, providing employees with contracts of employment. Contracts of employment just basically ensures that okay, your job is secured, you will have the job for a certain time period. As long as that time period is there's the safety of income, and you'll also have a safe and secure working environment. So these are basically the lower needs that are basically most of the business can satisfy. These are the lower needs, and what Herzberg might say hygiene factors. So you can say Herzberg classified these as hygiene factors, while Maslow classified these as his lower needs. Taylor was more into more, you can say he was trying more, he was emphasizing more on these needs, that he believed that these are the needs that employees have and there's no such other needs. But he was wrong in that, because employees do have their social needs, they do have esteem needs and self-actualization needs that need to be fulfilled in order to motivate them. So these are basically your social needs, and you can say it's more related to the income. Like you can buy food, drink and shelter from money, and your safety of employment, safety of income, that is also important in security needs. So it's basically related to income. Then we have social needs, that it can be fulfilled through social and sporting facilities, opportunities to work in group. So when you want some contact and friendships with other employees, you want to be socially active, those are basically your social needs. So that can be fulfilled through these facilities and opportunities to work in group, you can say team working basically. Esteem needs, delegating authority to junior employees, offering promotion active opportunities where you can have achievement, recognition and self-respect. All of these contribute towards fulfilling your esteem needs. And finally we have self-actualization needs, where if you provide opportunity to take new responsibilities and to develop new skills to fulfill one's potential completely. So you can say job redesign, we're going to talk about that as well, what your job redesign is. So, and like allowing employees to making their jobs challenging, more satisfying, so that they can be more excited to do the job. They are more keen to learn new skills, develop new skills, take new responsibilities, and then just fulfill their own potential. That's basically your self-actualization needs, and you can say this process is continuous and people keep learning. So you can't say that this need can be satisfied completely, but yeah, you need to provide opportunities so that these needs can be satisfied in order to motivate your employees. Now, sexual self-actualization needs are basically a need to feel self-fulfilled, feeling enriched and developed as a worker in an organization. The need to reach one's maximum potential. It will differ between workers and may well change over the life of a worker. Some workers might want some other things for their self-actualization needs, some might demand some other factors. Overall, it's just a need to feel self-fulfilled, feeling enriched and developing yourself to reach your own maximum potential. Now, how can self-actualization needs be satisfied? We did talk about how you could just do that, like providing opportunity to take new responsibilities and to develop new skills. But there are questions for long questions as well on self-actualization. So I've written down these points over here. Some other needs need to be satisfied first, the ones which are lower in hierarchy. So in order to satisfy self-actualization needs, you first have to satisfy these lower needs, basic needs, and then higher needs. You have to satisfy the needs one by one in order to reach this self-actualization point. So before reaching self-actualization, you have to fulfill esteem. Before reaching esteem needs, you have to fulfill your social needs, and so on. Then you have to provide work opportunities for accomplishment and recognition. As long as you have opportunities where one can accomplish something, one can be recognized, one can have some challenging work, so that could help in self-actualization. Providing worker development programs, opportunity for career growth, and allowing employees to recognize their strength. Basically, you are just providing them training and development to enhance their skills, to learn new things where they can recognize what is their potential, what are their strengths. Placing employees in positions of leadership, responsibility, and accountability. Like you can say promoting employees, putting them on a higher level, higher status, a higher responsible job. So they are put in the position of leader, responsible, they are accountable. So that usually helps an employee to fulfill his maximum potential, to become more recognized, more accomplished, feel more satisfied with himself. Providing challenge, giving opportunity for creativity, job enrichment. All these things should also be provided to reach these self-actualizations. So that's all for today, and thanks for watching. Allah Hafiz.